Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 6 of Industry Influence.
Yo!
Got the awesome Jessica Spahn here today. Yes. And first thing I noticed when she was walking in during our last interview, she walked in with all of these like cat ears and a cat. Jessica, do you want to tell me what's going on here?
I mean, this is my Meowscott, so my cat goes with me everywhere. He kind of promotes my book, my children's book, so you know. It's just fun times here. Plus, it's a fun conversation topic, right? Like we just had.
It definitely stands out.
It does stand out. You should see me at networking groups.
Yeah, I mean, like you're in your tutu and your socks.
And look,
there.
I mean, well, you have cool socks on too, don't you?
Yeah, see mine? I got some Marios on that.
I mean, I think it's all about the socks, right?
Yeah.
If you're an influencer, you better wear cool stuff,
you
right?
You have to, right? You gotta look the part.
Exactly, because we are the part. we embody the part.
Right?
At least I know, definitely do that.
But Jessica, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you do?
Okay, so what don't I do? Let's start with that. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably a lot, right?
So I'm a filmmaker, author, speaker as well. So actually I'm going to speak at Cat Writer Association in a few months, and I'm going to be talking about Instagram and cats.
That's exciting.
Yeah, well, one of my films is Instagram Cat Mom, which is my persona, the paparazzi obsessed with my cat's pictures. So it's going to be perfectly paired at the event to do so. And actually that film was just picked up by the New York Cat Film Festival, which is a thing. Yeah,
oh, wow.
It's touring 40 cities this year. 40 cities.
40 cities?
40 cities, yep, the film, yeah. And Celebra Cats I just shot last summer, makes fun of celebrity cats, they're humans, mockumentary type films, you know. You gotta laugh in life.
Yeah, you do.
Life is hard, make it fun.
So, and I think that's part of your branding too, is making sure that you enjoy life
as
you go through it. So, and I know that you have your hand in several different industries, but what's your primary passion? Obviously, it's the cats.
Well, cats have kind of been just kind of a segue into getting into my passion. My passion is filmmaking, and it's sort of stumbled across, like, I love writing, so it kind of became, you know, I branched out into writing and then into speaking through that.
Yeah.
But my passion about speaking is really to just encourage the next generations that they can package their passion, they can go for their dreams. Anything is possible. I literally put this in my book, and it's going to be in all my books. My next book is The Valentine's Day Kitten. It's going to be anti-bullying, and the one after that's going to be Veterans Day, tackling PTSD and companion animals. So all my books are about creating a culture of kindness, and my films are just kind of just to uplift people and make them smile.
Yeah, well, those are some like profound topics too.
I mean, I think life is, I mean, there's a lot, not to be serious, well, too serious, because, you know, I like to be fun, but there's a lot of stuff going on with veterans and just, you know, people who are unhappy and depression and opioid crisis and all this stuff, and I just want to kind of help naturally alleviate some of their pain with some good stories and some funny movies.
You wrap it up in a package that is fun.
It is
so
fun.
You are encouraging the next generation, encouraging people when to get started, but
well, because I self-published.
You know? Okay.
So that's a whole nother topic. I mean, I can speak to that someday on how, I mean, there's kids that anyone can self-publish. It just takes a little bit of money. And you really can't, it's hard to get when you've never done a book before.
Yeah.
So I may or may not have funded my own first book, but I do plan on getting sponsors for the second one. But however, I did actually enter to the one competition, and I was an International Book Award finalist.
It's right here.
Yeah, I've got a sticker. I've got proof, guys.
Right here.
I didn't make that sticker myself, or did I? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I didn't. I actually have a little plaque too. It's really cool. Well, you know.
That's pretty. Well, plaques are cool.
Plaques are cool. Well, oh my gosh. Well, Dallas is a hot spot for filmmaking. I mean,
yeah, you would have thought. Like,
I mean, I thought. I know my degree's in film, and I spent the last 10 years helping out with Dallas Film Festival.
Yeah.
And this awesome director, Natasha Paris, has been on some of my shoots, and we're co-producing a short film soon that's a kind of a prequel to this feature we're doing. That's cool. Basically Best in Show, but makes fun of cat video festivals. So another one to laugh at and enjoy.
Well, okay, so I want to kind of, because you talked a lot about what you do and you're passionate about, and I love that, so thank you for sharing that. So what are some of the things that you can encourage people with right now with getting started with their business and pursuing those passions?
Well, I was just at a Catrepreneur panel in one of the, at a Snowcat.
There's so much cat stuff.
Well, I went to 7 events last year. There really is, and that's the only ones I mean, there's like 20 at least every, I mean, and that's just U.S. It's a worldwide situation. There's cat cafes. You know,
I have heard of those.
Yeah, it's so much fun. The world is so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went to the Catrepreneur conference, and they were talking a lot about not really having a plan B. I mean, some people, plan Bs are useful when you need some extra income, but for me, I think, you know, sometimes you have to do a little bit more work than you want to, or you have to concede a tiny bit to doing a little stuff that you're not interested in so much. But I tend to try to find things I love, like this recent event I went to, the networking event I was telling you about.
Yeah.
They have this ice cream. It's Dizzy Brands.
You told me about that.
I had a vanilla bourbon ice cream.
Sounds pretty good.
And can I show the branding? Because it's kind of,
you can show the branding.
it's kind of really fun. I mean, how could you not want to? It's really yummy stuff. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. So as an influencer, I'm just always looking for the newest, coolest, hottest thing to be a part of and to associate and align myself with, and make it all happen. Because life is expensive too. You have to pay for rent. Expensive. And my cat's bow tie collection is just out of this world. I mean, I have
How
to
many bow ties do you have?
At least 50, I think, probably.
For one cat?
I have a couple cats. I've got a couple cats. And they have an Instagram account, of course.
Like, do you have several Instagram accounts for your cats, or like?
I kind of do, actually. One of them is called Cat Sommelier. He's a wine cat who gives tips and advice on pairings. Oh. So it's been his dream his whole life. So I've decided to help him with that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I drink the wine.
Not the cat.
He smiles behind the wine, and I try really hard to not get him to knock it over. That's the challenge, is to get the lighting right.
That's true.
Because I do a lot of the photography and behind the scenes stuff, so yeah.
So I know that you speak on some other stuff. Why don't you, what's something else that you want to tell your audience members today? Like, because I know you're super passionate.
I'm super passionate. I really am. Well, so what I'd like to tell them is I'm working on a book. That's sort of why I'm doing Toastmasters. So I'm learning speaking points and kind of refining that, because I'm very impromptu. But that doesn't work for a book because it has to be structured. What?
I mean, you have to have a plan for what's on these
apparently
pages,
there has to be, like, different chapter titles and stuff, so you got to know something about it.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I want to talk about is your white hot why, and knowing your white hot why. Like, what gets you up every day? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you suffering so much for the first couple years? Because I mean, that's the hard part.
It's true.
When I was listening to that panel, what I kept hearing was 5 years, 5 years, 5 years, and I almost started crying, because I'm like, I'm at that 2.5 year mark. I'm at that part where you're like, am I going to make it? Is this ridiculous? Have I just spent all this time and all this money running around being ridiculous, driving to Oklahoma, Austin, Houston, flying to Denver, flying to Paris for one of the films that Natasha and a bunch of other of us worked on, and we won an award, and we got to go to Paris.
I mean,
they didn't pay for us to go to Paris.
But you got an invite from French people.
I did. I mean, and it was awesome. It was awesome. And there was a cat in the film. Oh, and I love helping other people.
Oh, so, that's important.
I know, truly. Actually, 8% of the profits of my books go to support cat rescues and homeless people and veterans. Those are very important things to my heart, as well as sex traffic rescue and stuff. So I love to support causes, and I want to really truly make the world a better place. So I'm not sure how exactly that's going to look yet, and if I'm going to actually succeed at it. But every little bit matters. I think you influence one person, and maybe that one person can actually influence the world, and maybe you did it vicariously.
Yeah.
By wanting to, and then they did. Hopefully, I'm part of the bigger picture of doing all that good stuff. So.
Well, you found a way to not only steward your passion, but find a way to steward your passion to give back.
Absolutely.
And like example with this here, like this is an opportunity with what we're doing here to even like encourage the next line entrepreneurs.
Absolutely, and that's I'm very passionate about that. Well, and then for me with the children, I mean those are the generations down of upcoming entrepreneurs, and there's a whole shift with the millennials with this gig economy thing, where I want to be able to help. They need to know that there's support out there for them.
That's true.
And really networking and making relationships, building relationships, maintaining relationships, talking through things when you have disagreements. I mean, because when I do some shoots and I'm in charge of 40 people, and you have a challenge. My recent challenge on Celebra Cats was I was in the film, and I love my director. I picked David. David Pollock was a director friend of mine, and I didn't consider the fact that I was the writer and producer, and I wrote the script for me, and my role was me. But he had a vision of what my role was going to look like. So that was quite a learning experience for me.
Yeah.
And I took a lot away. I think feedback is super important on everybody's side of things. I had to take a few little verbal spankings on that one because I was told by my DP that I wasn't trusting him. And that was hard to hear because I feel, you get into a position sometimes where you think you're like, I've got this, I know what's going on. And then you're like, oh man, I needed to hear that. So then you just kind of,
Yeah.
You got to have people. You got to have people who can speak into your life as well as and speak into their life. So, and with the next generations, I really like. I mean, I go to schools all the time and read and help with literacy programs, and you know, I don't make a dime for any of that. I really just want to make the world a better place. That's the bottom line, right? That's what we're doing here.
That's what
encouraging people.
Yeah.
Helping them go after their dreams and package their passion, know their white hot why, and love their life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's definitely a lot of things wrapped up in that. It's like
I told you I'm a speed talker. I can just like it's like.
Yeah, no, it's good though because like again, like I think your conversation is first and foremost your passion.
Absolutely.
Know? So like everything that you're sharing about today is something you're passionate about, and so it doesn't take a lot of effort for you just to talk about it.
No, the energy just shows up.
Yeah.
I'll be tired after this. Because then I'll be like, and I spent all my
with your cats, your wine, and your like liquor coffee.
Well, yeah,
like
I mean,
cream,
the ice cream.
That's
gonna be a good night for me later. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go have some of that vanilla bourbon ice cream with a little bit of wine,
so good.
and pet my cats, and just they're gonna purr, and it's just gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good times, and then I'm gonna continue in my next book, and you know, you're up till 2 in the morning working anyways if you're an entrepreneur, really. And then you're back up at 7 or 8. I mean, really.
It's long days sometimes, but
most of the time. But
I mean, it's worth it. And if you
it's
have
always
the why,
worth it.
that why, you know, like you're talking
the
about.
white hot why, not just a why.
The white
hot why.
The white hot why.
Like it needs to be burning.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise you're just gonna it'll fizzle, and you'll get to the 2.5 year mark, and you'll be like, okay, this was stupid and pointless, and I blew a bunch of money and time. Instead, you're like, wait a minute, it's possible. I could just keep going, and it might work out. It might work out.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta believe, right?
Yeah. So
don't stop believing. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna break down the journey.
I mean,
I mean,
do you want? I mean,
I could sing.
I was like, you can sing. You can sing.
I don't know. I don't really sing on camera right now. I want to wait.
Not yet. You want to wait?
Maybe next week.
Maybe.
I didn't realize I was gonna be put on the spot here. This isn't my interview. This is your interview.
That's the fun. That's the beauty of being an entrepreneur who interviews. It's a conversation.
That's true.
It's a two-way.
Is it like a musical though?
I mean, it could be. It might be. We may or may not have a cat rapper in the film that we're working on for the feature.
Oh.
Yes, there is an actual cat rapper.
Okay.
In real life. I'm not going to mention him because I don't want any conflict of interest when I do find someone who I can have cat rap situations happening on the film because he's an agent. That just makes things a little more complicated for me.
What exactly is cat rapping? Like
adopt a cat. That's where it's at. Like, I mean.
I get you now. Okay.
Yeah, with media stuff in the background and meows.
Yeah.
Meows.
Okay. I get you.
Yeah,
Cool,
it's really fun. Fun. Back to the core value.
There you go. Back to fun.
I'm attracted to fun things and sparkly, shiny things and kitty cats.
Obviously.
And apparently vanilla bourbon ice cream.
Hey, the important things in life, right?
Exactly.
Seriously. But really quick, I want to just acknowledge our sponsor. Thank you so much, Trey Group, for giving us this location. Woo!
Woo!
They do a lot for branding businesses if you're on the go or if you want to like showcase your stuff. So make sure to check them out.
Yes.
But where can they get in contact with you?
Oh my goodness. You know what? I've got so many websites that I've just pared it down to jessicaspawn.com. SPAWN, like spawning cat films or awesomeness or fun.
Yeah.
Jessica Spawn.
Speaking and
because frankly, well, now it's all listed there in different categories.
We just need like a cat emoji that comes up every time you see a cat. Like,
can we do that? We'll fix it in post. I'm just kidding.
It's like a rewind?
Yeah, wait, no, we'll fix that in post. No, I mean, I do have a site that's instagramcatmom.com that does have films on it. And then, of course, YouTube, of course, Instagram, of course, Facebook. I have all the platforms for too many things. That's why I'm like, all my time is gone.
But your site, first and foremost, they can find all that.
Go to my name, jessicaspawn.com. Super simple. I'm simplifying my life this year.
Yeah.
And yet making it more complicated in different ways.
That's how it works, right?
I'm diversifying the way I spend my time. We'll say that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just got to say thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me. This was a blast.
Like, you just brought so much joy today. So
joy?
It's awesome. Yeah.
And fun.
And fun.
And kitties.
And cats. Can't forget the cats.
I love the cats.
So.
Did you want to wear the cat?
I could
try. I mean, I feel like we should.
We should
end.
Fits?
Yes,
is it her?
He's a little shoulder cat right here.
See?
I like it. Yeah. Meow. You gotta do the boop on the nose. I'm just kidding.
The nose? I like it though. It's cool. Where'd you get it?
Somewhere in France. You know what? And I've looked.
This is a French cat?
Yes, and I've looked everywhere, and they can't find me another one.
It's a freaking French cat,
I know. It's a French cat. I
That's
should give it a
awesome.
French name, but he's just my meowscot. I keep it basic, you know. It's
that's cool.
It's fun that way. It's because then it could be anybody's cat
Yeah.
if it's white and has antlers. Well, that was to tie in with the Christmas kitten.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
sewed the antlers on myself.
Oh.
I'm not a seamstress, but I did my best.
That works.
Yeah.
Can you see that, Natasha? Look at the cat right there.
Close up of the meowscot with the antlers that I sewed on it.
That's cool.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Can you do the book again?
Yeah, do you want to do it behind it or just a close
like
up?
there you
Ooh,
go.
yeah, let's do the little meowscot and the book. Meow, meow,
I think I gotta work on my
meow.
meow.
I know. Meow.
You should kitty that.
Oh, you know what? There is one line that do we have one? There's one
Yeah,
line
I mean,
that I
we
would
can
just
make
like
it
to say.
work. I mean, if there's
I know we're running out of time, but there's one thing I really, there's
Yeah.
this one line. Now, if I can find it, that'd be great. And I'm like, there's this one line. Oh, okay. You know what? I know it.
Okay, well, just say
Anything
it.
is possible in this beautiful season. The request doesn't matter, only the reason.
Aw.
Because again, I really want the next generations to know that motive is everything. Because again, it's really about caring and helping people.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't do this just for fun. Because believe me, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
to have this much fun, truly.
Gotta work to
That
have
sounds
fun,
like
right?
yeah. I mean, it's.
But it
not-
makes sense though.
But it's true. But
Yeah.
I really want to just encourage the next generations that motive is everything. Care about people. Care about people first, and the rest of the stuff will work out. So.
Well, awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
thanks
you.
for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Really,
Do we
big
point
handshake?
up or what
I don't
happens
know.
now? I don't know.
Well,
Y'all
really,
did
it's in the
up
description,
earlier.
so
I don't know.
We'll just say, take a look at the description somewhere. If it's up above or below,
Yeah.
depending, whatever. Anyways,
Something like that.
And we'll see y'all next week. Bye, guys.
Meow.
Bye.